Hello everybody, what's going on? Grant Vogel here, and I have a very exciting review or analysis, not an analysis, jeez, it's just a booster, or an ability. I keep calling them boosters. I need you guys, no, I'm never gonna break the habit of calling them boosters. I've been calling them boosters for like a year and a half now, since the game came out, so. Anyway, this is an exciting assessment, evaluation, whatever you want to call it, of the Lone Wolf ability, not booster, as we found out. And here's what's really cool. So, let me explain. Let me just give you a little exposition into this match here. What happened before I got into this match. So, I entered the match late. They were already, I think, 2 rounds into the game. So there was already 1 white dot for the enemy team. And so, in other words, they had already won 1 round. And I was just on the waiting screen. I was just waiting for this round to end or whatever, and I was just watching my teammates fight them and lose. They did terribly. My teammates all died. They didn't manage to kill a single enemy. And so I knew going into this match, okay, my team sucks. They're not working together well, and the enemy team seems to be pretty good because not a single one of them died in the round in which I was just spectating. I thought, well, that's fucking perfect for Lone Wolf. My teammates are gonna die out. They're not good at working together, so they'll probably be far away from me. This is the perfect match for Lone Wolf. Now, I've been doing a lot of messing around with Lone Wolf in the last day or two, trying to get good footage of it. I've been having a real hard time enjoying using this perk. It is... I gotta be honest. I'll tell you right now. Overall, I do not like this ability, Lone Wolf. Overall, I do not. It's not something I'm going to continue using, like ever, basically, okay? I used it a lot for this video to get to this point where I could get a good video of using it and show its strengths and weaknesses and such. But I'm never going to use it beyond this because it just isn't worth it to me. I've tried every approach. I've tried doing stealth loadouts and using Lone Wolf. I've tried doing sniper loadouts with Lone Wolf. And every single time I reach the same conclusion, which is just that I'm better off using other boosters, other abilities, sorry, or another class loadout entirely. But I got lucky with this match. Let's talk about this match now. So, it's 1 versus 3 at this point, and what's gonna happen throughout this entire match? As I said, my teammates suck, they die a lot. I become the last man standing, I think 3 rounds in a row. And it's going to be very exciting. I'm not going to tell you whether I win or lose all of them or any of them. Just watch, and I think you'll enjoy it. But so here we are. Lone Wolf is active, of course, because I'm the last man standing. Financial Plaza, definitely a good map to use Lone Wolf on, actually. This is one of the best maps you could possibly use Lone Wolf on, I think, because one of the problems I've found with Lone Wolf in all my time trying to use it successfully, watch this really quick. That bomb that I placed earlier got that dude through the window, double smoke bomb that guy, and shiv him. I think that was the best. That's one of the best last man standing clips I have ever gotten personally for myself. I just thought it was a really well coordinated clip between me killing that guy in the bus, setting down those bombs, and it paying off at the end there. That guy who came through the window got down because the bomb literally saved my life. Anyway, I digress. I thought that was a very cool clip. Let's travel back in time about 15 seconds. What was I saying? Oh yes, one of the problems I've found with the Lone Wolf ability is that on many maps they just aren't big enough that no matter where you go, no matter how you try to play, you will never be far enough away from your teammates to make it worth using. You know, you might get a moment here, a moment there where it becomes active and you have your active abilities and you know, all that stuff, but it's very difficult to get kills in that time, and it's just very difficult to make good use of that on most maps, like high school, like just most maps, you know. I mean, I'm trying to think of other... It's easier to name maps in which it does not... Well, it's easier to... It takes longer to name the maps in which it doesn't work well on, just because there's so many of them, but it's probably easier... It's easier to name the ones it doesn't work on because there's so many of them, but Financial Plaza is one of the ones in which it does work. Anyway, that was a bit of a clusterfuck of an explanation, wasn't it? Bottom line is, I don't particularly like Lone Wolf, but it came in use here, and you know, I've tried using it with sniping, as I said, and it kind of works. Like, for example, on Checkpoint, I had a few good moments on Checkpoint where, you know, you spawn on one end or the other, and you can go up into the firehouse, or you can go up into that other building on the other end of the map. And, you know, at that point, because your teammates are going out into the middle of the map to go fight the enemy, you're guaranteed some distance between you and your teammates there. And so you can definitely get some extra bonus parts and stuff by sniping that way and using Lone Wolf. It's relatively effective. It's not terrible. But I still think even then, you know, you're better off using those 3 loadout points towards, like, Hawkeye or anything, honestly. Sharp Ears, I don't know. I don't think that really is worth it. And that's just what I've found. And certainly with stealth loadouts, it's really not effective, because with stealth loadouts, even though you're being stealthy and you'd think Lone Wolf would be perfect for stealth, you're putting yourself out there, you're going out into the field, and that's automatically putting you near your teammates and making the ability not effective at all. It never even activates in the first place if you're close to your teammates. So I really just don't recommend it in most situations. Now, what I have found, though, and probably the best way, if you really insist on using this ability, use it in survivors mode. Or even interrogation is better, because in interrogation, especially if you're working with your team with the headset and everything, you can coordinate. And what happens is, you know, you can have your entire team defend your lockbox, and then you can go Lone Wolf and attack theirs, and it'll help. You know, it's still not going to make that big of a difference, and I still don't think it's quite worth equipping at that point, because it's still too situational, this ability. But it's better in that situation, and I think Survivors is the mode to use this ability on. Definitely the best. And, you know, I was trying in Supply Raid all day yesterday, even all day today, and I just wasn't getting any luck. The moment I switch over to Survivors, I mean, this must have been my 2nd or 3rd match in Survivors trying Lone Wolf, and boom, just like that, triple last man standing clips in a row dominating with Lone Wolf. So, I think you get the point. So, here we are, final round of the match, unfortunately, but it's going to be interesting nonetheless. So, unfortunately, and, you know, here's another demonstration of just how situational Lone Wolf is. My teammates, there's no ability in the game that will make you hate your teammates as much as Lone Wolf, because it's essentially, you just want to isolate yourself. So anytime they're following you, trying to heal you, or trying to be a good teammate, you're like, dude, get the fuck away from me, just stay away from me. So it's kind of an, this ability just really doesn't make sense. It's really counterintuitive in a lot of ways. I understand what Naughty Dog was thinking in creating it, but I'm a little surprised that in testing it, they didn't figure out, like, this booster just doesn't make any sense, or this ability doesn't make any sense. Let's just remove it. This is BS. I really do think this is kind of a BS ability. It disencourages teamwork. Is disencourage even a word? I don't know. It doesn't encourage it. It does the opposite. It makes you not want to cooperate with your team. I just see no reason in using it. Anyway, enough about Lone Wolf. Let's just talk about this clip. Let's just relax and enjoy this clip. So I am dying here. See that guy? I got lucky enough to sneak around him. Thankfully, I was using covert training, so he didn't even know I was there for some reason. Snuck up on him, spectered him. Let's talk about the Spectre really quick. And the Enforcer, I guess, the Silenced Enforcer. When I was doing the live stream a few days ago, a lot of you were telling me Silenced Enforcer is a beast, and that I think a few of you may have even told me that you wanted me to use the Spectre. And, well, here you go, guys. So the Silenced Enforcer, I do agree, it's a great gun. Definitely better than the Silenced 9mm. I think if I were using the Silenced 9mm, I actually have no idea if this match would have gone any differently, technically, because I don't think I used my Enforcer all that much. But it certainly wouldn't have helped. The problem is, in order to get the Silenced Enforcer, which is 2 more loadout points than the Silenced 9mm, I had to sacrifice Covert Training 3, I had to knock that down to Covert Training 2, and I had to sacrifice Executioner 1, which typically, you know, at least with my logic, I was thinking, well, I'll use Executioner 1 and get a bunch of shiv kills, and that'll rack up a shitload of parts, and then I can buy a ton of Spectre ammo. You know, I figured that would be a pretty killer combination. I don't know if that was really working all that well, though, so I sacrificed those 2 boosters, a level of those 2 boosters, to get the Enforcer, and I think that's actually a better decision. like, if you had to choose. So here we are, final guy. I'm trying to get him with the bombs and stuff, just trying to make sure I don't F up this last clip. And there we go. Oh, he's so close to being dead. Boom. Finished him off. 3 last man standings in a row. Victory. 13-9-1 after I entered the match 2 rounds late. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud of myself, and hopefully you're proud of me too. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed my kind of crazy, frantic evaluation of this ability. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, comment, tell me how you use Lone Wolf, because I don't know how to use it, and maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's actually an amazing ability, and I'm just not using it the right way. And I can even do another video if one of you gives me a tip that ends up making it worth using. So, I digress. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys in the comments.